Today, we've got a crazy one for you. Imagine holding a Washington quarter in your hand, just an ordinary 1971 D. Ellis Island design. But what if I told you that one of these bad boys recently sold for $1 million? Yep, you heard that right. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions or breaking open that jar of spare change, let's talk about what makes this quarter so special. Stick around because you do not want to miss this one. Alright, let's break it down. The 1971 D. Ellis Island Washington quarter isn't your everyday quarter. Well, technically it is, but this specific one has some crazy factors that turned it into $1 million jackpot. First, let's talk about rarity. This isn't just any 1971 D quarter. Most quarters from this year were minted by the millions, but this one, it had a rare minting error that collectors go absolutely bonkers for. Some experts believe it was struck on a silver planchet instead of the usual copper nickel. Others say there was a misalignment or double die issue. Either way, this quarter is like the unicorn of pocket change. Let me tell you a quick story. A guy I know, let's call him Bob, was sorting through his late grandfather's old coin collection. Nothing fancy, just some pennies, nickels, and a few quarters. He nearly tossed this 1971 D quarter aside until he noticed something weird. It looked shinier, heavier, and just different. Long story short, he took it to an expert, and boom, $1 million. I mean, talk about a life-changing moment. Meanwhile, I'm over here checking every quarter I find like it's the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's factory. Now, let's talk about market value. Obviously, not every 1971 D quarter is worth a fortune, but if you happen to find one with the right minting error, it could be worth thousands, or in rare cases, even $1 million. Right now, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for high-grade versions of this coin. If yours is in mint condition with that rare silver error, you could be sitting on a goldmine. So how do you check? First, grab a magnet. If your quarter is magnetic, it's not silver. Sorry to break your heart. But if it's not magnetic, you might have something special. Next, weigh it. A regular quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but if it's a silver planchet error, it'll weigh closer to 6.25 grams. Finally, look at the edges. Normal quarters have that coppery, sandwich-looking edge. If yours is pure silver all the way through, bingo. If you think you have one, get it professionally graded. Don't just take it to your local gas station and expect $1 million in return. That's like selling a Picasso at a yard sale for $5, so there you have it. The 1971 D. Ellis Island Washington quarter might just be the most valuable quarter you'll ever come across. If you've got one, check for those rare errors because who knows? You might just be holding $1 million coin and not even know it. Now, before you go tearing apart your piggy banks, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I drop videos like this all the time, helping you find hidden treasures in your pocket change. And trust me, you do not want to miss my next video, where I'll be talking about another rare coin worth a fortune. Today, we're talking about the 1976 D. Ellis Island Washington $quarter coin. Yes, that's a mouthful, but trust me, you'll want to hear this. Because guess what? This coin is making waves in the numismatic world, with one reportedly selling for a jaw-dropping $6 million. Yep, $6 million. That's not just gas money, that's private island money. So, grab your coin jars, your lucky magnifying glass, and maybe even a cup of coffee because we're diving deep into what makes this quarter so special, how you can tell if you have one, and most importantly, how to cash in if you do. Let's get into it. Now, before you flip your couch cushions looking for a 1976 D quarter, let's talk about what makes this one so valuable. First off, this coin was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. But not all 1976 D quarters are created equal. This particular one is rare because of a specific minting error combined with its pristine condition. That's like finding a four-leaf clover in a desert on a Tuesday. The real kicker? Most quarters from 1976 were made to celebrate the US bicentennial, but this rare variety has unique features that set it apart. Some have double die errors, some have off-center strikes, and a few were even struck on the wrong metal planchet. That last part is what makes collectors drool. Imagine finding a quarter that's secretly made of silver when it was supposed to be copper nickel. That's like ordering a regular burger and getting a Wagyu steak instead. Alright, let me hit you with a quick personal story. A friend of mine, let's call him Dave, was sorting through a box of old coins he got from his grandpa. He found a 1976 D quarter, but he didn't think much of it. He tossed it into his piggy bank and forgot about it. Fast forward a few months, he saw an article about a rare bicentennial quarter selling for millions. He rushed to check his coin only to realize it wasn't the rare one. Ouch. Moral of the story? Always double-check your coins before tossing them in a jar. So, how do you know if you have the $6 million quarter? First, check the mint mark. It should be a 1976 D. Then, look for any oddities, errors, different metal composition, or anything that seems out of the ordinary. If you think you've hit the jackpot, take it to a professional coin grader. You don't want to be that person who sells their golden ticket for face value. Alright, coin fam, the takeaway here is simple. Never underestimate the power of your pocket change. That quarter jingling around in your car's cup holder could be worth way more than you think. And if you've got a 1976 D quarter lying around, you might just want to take a closer look. If you enjoyed this and want more insider tips on valuable coins, rare finds, and money-making strategies, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, your future self will thank you. And hey, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let's chat. Today, we're talking about a coin that might just make you a millionaire overnight. Imagine finding a quarter worth $6 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A 1986 P. Ellis Island, Washington quarter dollar that's currently valued at a jaw-dropping $6 million. If that doesn't make you check your couch cushions, I don't know what will. So, let's dive into the details. The 1986 P quarter was minted to celebrate the centennial of the Statue of Liberty, featuring the Ellis Island design. Most of these quarters are just worth their face value, but a rare few, absolute gold mines. The reason? A unique minting error and ultra-rare grading that makes collectors drool. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, my friend's grandpa, who hoarded coins like a dragon with treasure, casually pulled out an old box of change. We're talking years of forgotten pocket coins. He hands me this crusty quarter and says, "This might be worth something." At the time, I thought, sure, maybe $1 or $2 if it's lucky. Fast forward, and the guy unknowingly had a coin worth thousands sitting in a dusty old shoebox. If only I had swiped it, just kidding, kind of. But seriously, these million-dollar finds don't happen often, but they do happen. The key is knowing what to look for. First, you want to check for a strong strike with a deep cameo finish, as those are highly desirable. Then, look out for any doubling errors or misprints that might boost the value. And, of course, the highest graded ones with pristine condition are the jackpot winners. If you think you have one, get it professionally graded immediately. So, now that you're all hyped up about checking your quarters, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button. Stick around for more coin hunting tips, insane value discoveries, and strategies to turn your spare change into serious cash. Who knows? Your next quarter find could be the one that changes your life. Today we're talking about the 1999 P. Ellis Island, Washington quarter dollar. And if you have one, you might want to book a vacation because you just hit the jackpot. So, let's get into it. The 1999 P. Ellis Island, Washington quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program. But there's something special about this one. Unlike your everyday pocket change, this rare variation has collectors willing to pay a life-changing amount of money. Now, before you start flipping every quarter you find, let's talk about what makes this one so valuable. First off, this coin is believed to have been struck on a rare experimental planchet, meaning it wasn't made from the usual metal composition. That little minting error turned it into a holy grail for collectors. The second reason, a microscopic doubling on Ellis Island that's almost impossible to see with the naked eye, but experts and collectors are hunting for it like treasure. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, a guy, let's call him Bob, was going through his old change jar, just casually rolling up quarters to deposit at the bank. He noticed one looked a little different, so he Googled it. Long story short, that odd-looking quarter turned out to be this exact rare one. And let's just say Bob isn't worried about gas prices anymore. So, how do you know if you have one of these unicorns? It should say 1999 and have a small P below, "In God We Trust." A high-grade version in pristine condition is worth significantly more. If you think you have one, take it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now, for the big question, how much is this coin worth? Well, as of today, this rare quarter has been auctioned for a mind-blowing $9 million. Yes, a single quarter. And to think, some of us use them to buy gumballs.so. If you're not checking your spare change by now, what are you even doing? This could be your golden ticket, or should I say silver and copper ticket, to financial freedom. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more hidden treasures in your pocket. Who knows? Your next coin could be worth a fortune. Today, we're talking about the 2000p Ellis Island Washington quarter, and why one of these bad boys is worth a cool $1 million. So grab your piggy banks, check your pockets, and let's dive into the treasure hunt of a lifetime. All right, let's break this down. The 2000p Ellis Island Washington quarter is part of the State Quarter series, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each coin featured a unique design representing a different U.S. state or territory. The New Jersey quarter, specifically featuring Ellis Island, is one of the most sought-after coins. But what makes this one worth $1 million? The short answer: a super rare mint error. This particular coin was struck on the wrong planchet, meaning, instead of being minted on a standard quarter planchet, it was accidentally struck on a gold Sacagawea dollar planchet. Yep, the US Mint had a little mix-up, and these ultra-rare hybrids made it out into circulation. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's crazy. How does that even happen? Well, let me tell you, even the US Mint has its oops moments. Just imagine a worker at the mint, sipping on their coffee, loading up the machines, and bam, Sacagawea planchets get mixed in with the quarters. Now, here's the fun part. If you happen to own one of these mistakes, congratulations. You might be sitting on a life-changing fortune. The most recent verified sale of this coin? A whopping $1 million at auction. That's right, someone literally cashed in on a simple quarter for the kind of money that buys luxury cars, dream vacations, and, well, a lot of tacos. So how do you know if you have one? First, check the date. It must be 2000 with a P mint mark for Philadelphia. Second, look at the color. If your quarter has a golden hue, that's a sign it might have been struck on a Sacagawea dollar planchet. And third, weigh it. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but this error coin weighs 8.1 grams. If yours is heavier than usual, bingo. Let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine once found an odd-looking quarter in his car's cup holder. It was slightly golden, and he joked about it being made of gold. We laughed it off, but later he got curious, weighed it, and took it to a coin shop. Turns out, he didn't have the $1 million coin, but he did walk away with a rare error worth $1,500. Not bad for something he almost used in a vending machine. Alright folks, the moral of the story? Check your change. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare coin that could change your life. Whether it's $1 million quarter or just a couple of valuable errors, there's treasure hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins worth serious money, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more coin collecting tips, rare finds, and money-making strategies coming your way. Who knows? The next big coin discovery could be yours. Today, we're talking about a coin that could change your life. Literally. Imagine you're digging through your change jar, and you find a 2001p Ellis Island Washington quarter. You think, cool, a quarter. But what if I told you that this specific coin is now worth a jaw-dropping $1 million? Yeah, that's right. $1 million. Now, before you go flipping over your couch cushions, let's talk about what makes this coin so special, how you can tell if you have one, and why collectors are going crazy over it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might be running to check your change. First things first, let's break down why the 2001p Ellis Island Washington quarter is worth so much. This quarter was minted in Philadelphia and was part of the State Quarter series, honoring New Jersey's Ellis Island. But here's the kicker, there was a rare minting error that only a few of these coins have. And when I say rare, I mean finding one is like discovering an actual buried treasure. So what's the error? It's a double die obverse, which means the lettering on the front of the coin has a slight doubling effect. You might notice it around the word Liberty or in the date. If you've got one of these, you're already halfway to becoming a millionaire. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, was going through his old coin collection. He's not even a big-time collector, just someone who kept a few cool coins over the years. One day, he sends me a picture of a quarter and asks, "Hey, is this anything special?" I take one look and nearly drop my phone. Turns out, he had the 2001 Ellis Island quarter with the doubling error. He got it graded and boom, instant millionaire. The guy went from eating instant noodles to planning a vacation in the Bahamas. Now, before you start packing your bags, let's talk about how to spot and verify if you have the real deal. If you think you have one of these rare quarters, the first step is to get a magnifying glass or even take a close-up picture. Look for that doubling on the front of the coin. If you see something unusual, the next step is to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will confirm if it's legit and assign it a grade, which can seriously impact the final value. So what did we learn today? That a simple quarter could actually be worth a fortune. The 2001 Ellis Island Washington quarter with the rare doubling error is currently valued at $1 million. And who knows? You might have one sitting in your pocket right now. Now, before you run off to check your piggy bank, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got more videos coming up on hidden gems in your change, rare coins worth serious money, and how to become a smart coin collector. Don't miss out. You never know when the next big find could be hiding in plain sight. Today we're diving into the wild world of the 2002 Washington quarter and uncovering the truth behind its rumored $1 million value. We've all heard tales of rare coins fetching astronomical prices at auctions. The 2002 Washington quarter has recently been the subject of such buzz, with claims of it being worth up to $2 million. But is there any truth to these claims? Let's explore the facts and fiction surrounding this coin. The 2002 Washington quarter. A quick overview: minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. The 2002 Washington quarter is part of the 50-state quarter series, specifically honoring Tennessee. In standard circulation, these quarters are worth their face value, 25 cents. However, certain errors or unique features can significantly increase a coin's value. The $2 million question: fact or fiction? The staggering $2 million valuation for a 2002 Washington quarter is, unfortunately, a myth. While rare coins can indeed fetch high prices, there's no documented evidence of this particular quarter reaching such a value. Most 2002 quarters, even in uncirculated condition, are valued between $1 to $5. So, where did this $2 million rumor originate? It's likely a mix of misinformation and the allure of striking it rich with pocket change. Notable error quarters. What to look for? While the 2002 quarter might not make you a millionaire, other quarters with mint errors have garnered significant attention and value. 2004 Wisconsin quarter, extra leaf error. Some of these quarters feature an additional leaf on the cornstalk, a result of a die error. Depending on the leaf's position, high or low, these coins can be worth between $2,530 and $6,000. Over 250 varieties of this error exist, with some coins displaying double trees. High-grade examples have sold for up to $2,070. A die crack near the horse's mouth gives the appearance of it spitting. While intriguing, these typically fetch modest premiums over face value. Let me share a quick story. A few years back, I was sorting through a jar of change. Yes, the infamous coin jar we all have. Amidst the sea of pennies and dimes, I spotted a 2005 Minnesota quarter. Remembering the double die error, I examined it closely and lo and behold, there it was, a slight doubling on the trees. I had it appraised, and while it wasn't worth thousands, it fetched a nice $150. Not bad for a quarter found in spare change. While the dream of discovering a $2 million 2002 Washington quarter is enticing, it's essential to approach such claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. However, the world of coin collecting is filled with exciting opportunities. Keep an eye out for those error coins. They might just add a pleasant surprise to your collection or even your wallet. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin mysteries and want to uncover more treasures hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's embark on this numismatic journey together. Have you ever looked at your pocket change and thought, what if one of these coins is worth a fortune? Well, today, We're talking about a Washington quarter that could make you a millionaire. The 2003 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar. Yep, you heard that right. This little beauty is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $3 million. So, before you toss that spare change into a vending machine, you might want to check your stash. Let's break it down. The 2003 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter was part of the state quarter series, which ran from 1999 to 2008. The P means it was minted in Philadelphia, and Ellis Island, as we all know, is the gateway to America, where millions of immigrants first set foot in the land of opportunity. But what makes this particular quarter worth millions? It all comes down to rarity and errors. Some of these quarters were struck with a unique minting error, whether it's a double die, an off-center strike, or a rare misprint. These tiny details can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, my friend's grandpa found an old coffee can full of quarters in his garage. He was about to take them to the bank, but on a whim, my buddy decided to check them first. And guess what? He found a rare quarter worth thousands. The old man nearly fainted, and my friend? Well, let's just say he suddenly had a new favorite grandchild. The moral of the story? Always check your change. Now let's talk value. While a standard 2003 P. Ellis Island quarter is worth face value, the rare error versions have sold for insane prices at auctions. The highest recorded sale? A staggering $3 million. Imagine paying for your morning coffee with a coin that could have bought you a mansion. Ouch. So what's the takeaway? Don't overlook your pocket change. That old jar of coins collecting dust? It might just be your golden ticket. If you've got a 2003 P. Ellis Island quarter, get it checked by a professional grader. You never know. You might just be sitting on a fortune. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to turn your spare change into big bucks. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Today, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it so you can keep an eye out for your own $1 million payday. Alright, let's dive in. The 2005 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, celebrating New Jersey's iconic Ellis Island. Most of these quarters are worth just 25 cents, maybe a little more if they're in great condition. But here's where things get wild. A rare variety of this quarter, featuring a minting error, has skyrocketed in value, with one recently selling for a jaw-dropping $5 million. Yep, you heard that right. So what makes this coin so special? Well, it's all about those tiny, almost unnoticeable errors that can send collectors into a frenzy. We're talking about double die errors, missing clad layers, off-center strikes, you name it. These quirks can turn an everyday coin into a literal fortune. And the best part? They're hiding in plain sight. That means you could have one sitting in your piggy bank right now without even knowing it. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale, digging through a random box of old coins. I wasn't expecting much, just hoping to find a cool piece for my collection. Then, I spotted a 2005 P quarter. It looked a little off, so I took it home, did some research, and boom! It turned out to be a rare variety worth hundreds of dollars. Okay, not quite 5 million, but hey, still a win. Moral of the story? Never underestimate the power of pocket change. So, how do you know if you've hit the jackpot? First, grab a magnifying glass and check for any unusual details. Look for doubling on the letters or numbers, any weird smudging, or anything that just looks off. Next, check its weight. Mint errors often make a coin lighter or heavier than normal. And if you think you've got a winner, get it professionally graded. Trust me, it's worth it. And hey, even if you don't find a multimillion-dollar quarter, coin collecting is still a fantastic hobby. You never know what you might discover. Maybe the next rare coin is just waiting for you to find it. Before you go running to check your loose change, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and crazy coin stories coming your way. Who knows? The next big coin jackpot could be sitting in your pocket right now. Don't miss out. Today, we're talking about the 2012 D. Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar that's making collectors lose their minds. So, Before you go spending that quarter on a gumball, let's find out if you're sitting on a gold mine or just, well, 25 cents. Point one. The story behind the coin, all right? Let's rewind to 2012. The US Mint was rolling out their America the Beautiful series, featuring national parks and historic landmarks. One of those was the Ellis Island Quarter, celebrating the place where millions of immigrants first set foot in America. And here's where it gets spicy. The Denver Mint, that's the D on your coin, accidentally released a few quarters with a rare minting error, and that is what's turning these bad boys into collector's gold. Point two. The $2 million secret, what makes it valuable? Now, not every 2012 D Ellis Island quarter is worth a fortune. Sorry to break your heart. But if yours has one of these rare features, you might just be cashing in big-time major die clash. If you see ghostly outlines of another image faintly stamped onto the coin, jackpot, off-center strike. If the design looks like it was printed at a weird angle, you're onto something valuable. Missing clad layer? If your quarter looks half copper instead of all shiny, that's a major error. Double die obverse, DDO. Check Washington's face. If his features look doubled, congratulations, you might be rich. 3. How do you know if you have one? Now, I get it. Checking coins sounds boring, but trust me, this could be the easiest payday of your life. Here's what you do. Yes, even the ones hiding in the couch. Look for a 2012 D Ellis Island quarter. Check for those errors using a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera zoomed at. I once found a rare penny in my car's cup holder. Thought it was trash. Turns out it was worth $150. So, yeah, double-check your quarters before they end up in a vending machine. Point four. Where to sell it for top dollar. If you think you've struck gold, here's where to cash in. Collectors are paying big bucks. Some experts will appraise it for free. Getting it graded can boost your payday even higher. Do not clean the coin. That's like washing an ancient painting with dish soap. Alright folks, that's the lowdown on the 2012 D Ellis Island quarter that could make you a millionaire. So what are you waiting for? Go check your piggy banks, car seats, and junk drawers. And hey, if you love learning about coins worth crazy money, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and drop a comment if you find something cool. Today, we're talking about the 2015 P. Ellis Island Washington Quarter, a coin that's making collectors go absolutely nuts. If you've got one, congratulations, you might just be a millionaire. And if not, well, let's make sure you know exactly what to look for so you don't accidentally spend a fortune on a vending machine Snickers. Alright, so what makes this coin so special? First, let's talk design. This beauty is part of the America the Beautiful series and features a stunning depiction of immigrants arriving at Ellis Island. The reverse side shows a hopeful family gazing at the Statue of Liberty, ready to start a new life. It's a powerful reminder of the American dream, and now it might just fund your dream vacation, house, or even early retirement. Now, onto the mint mark, that tiny little letter on the front, next to Washington's ponytail. If yours has a P for Philadelphia, you're in the game. But not just any 2015 P will do. The $5 million version has a specific, rare error that makes it worth big bucks. What error, you ask? Well, collectors are buzzing about a double die obverse, meaning Washington's face looks slightly doubled in some areas. It's like he had a little too much coffee that day and started vibrating. If you see any signs of doubling on his eye, nose, or chin, boom, you've struck gold. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Some of these coins were mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of the usual copper nickel. That's like getting a diamond ring in your cereal box. If you suspect yours is silver, do the OL drop test. Silver rings like a bell, while regular quarters sound more like, well, a clunk. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I cash in on this? Well, first, don't go running to your local bank teller screaming about your millions. They'll probably just think you've lost it. Instead, get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts will examine it, grade it, and certify its value, ensuring that when you sell, you get every single penny, or rather, every $1 million you deserve. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a valuable coin that I was at a gas station in a rush about to pay for my coffee. I had a handful of change and, by pure instinct, almost tossed a weird-looking quarter into the take a penny, leave a penny tray. But something told me to hold onto it. Later, I checked it under a magnifier, and guess what? It was a rare error coin worth over $500. Not $5 million, but still way more than my coffee. Since that day, I check every quarter before spending it, and you should too. So, here's your game plan. Check your 2015 quarters for the Philadelphia Mint mark. Look for doubling on Washington's face. Test for silver. You never know. Get it authenticated before selling, and most importantly, don't spend it by accident. If you love finding hidden treasures in your pocket, make sure to subscribe for more tips on rare coins worth money. Hit that like button. Drop a comment if you've ever found an unusual coin, and share this with your friends. They might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Today, we're diving into a 2020 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar. That's worth a whopping $1 million. That's right, $1 million for a quarter. Imagine paying for a vending machine snack and accidentally giving away life-changing money. But before you start tearing apart your couch cushions looking for spare change, let's break down why this particular quarter is so valuable, how you can spot one, and what makes it different from the regular quarters jingling in your pockets. Oh, and stick around till the end because I have a funny story about how I almost spent a valuable coin on, wait for it, gas station nachos. Let's get into it. Alright, so what makes this 2020 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter so special? First off, Ellis Island itself is a historic landmark. But this coin is legendary for a totally different reason. It was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P Mint mark. But what really sets it apart is a one-of-a-kind minting error. We're talking about a major die clash, an off-center strike, and a double die, all on one coin. That's like hitting a rare coin jackpot. Collectors go nuts for errors like these because they're super rare, and in the coin world, rarity equals big bucks. Now, let's talk value. A standard 2020 P. Ellis Island quarter is worth, well, 25 cents. But this unique error coin, someone recently paid a cool $1 million for it at auction. That's a house, a luxury car, and still enough left over for a lifetime supply of nachos. Not bad for something you could find in your loose change. So, how do you know if you have one? Here's what to look for. A double die obverse. This means the details on Washington's face look slightly duplicated, a struck-through grease error. Some parts of the design might look missing or faded, a major off-center strike. If part of the design is cut off, you might have something special. And finally, the die clash marks. These are ghostly images of parts of the coin that shouldn't be there. If you find a quarter that looks a little off, don't just toss it in a tip jar. Get it checked out. Take clear photos, consult a professional, or get it graded by a company like PCGS or NGC.so. Speaking of valuable coins, let me tell you about the time I almost made a huge mistake. A while back, I found an unusual quarter in my change and thought, it's probably nothing. Later that day, I stopped at a gas station, and I was this close to handing it over to pay for nachos. Luckily, I hesitated, took a closer look, and decided to check it out first. Turns out, it was worth a few $100. Moral of the story? Always double-check your spare change, unless you want to make some gas station clerk very rich. Alright folks, that's the scoop on the $1 million 2020 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter. If you've got one, congratulations, you might just be a millionaire. If not, don't worry. There are tons of rare coins out there just waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more tips on spotting coins worth serious money. And let me know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change?